Om Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopashantaye. Namaskar and welcome back to Amarabharati Samskrita YouTube channel, where we are now currently studying the Ruchira CBSE Class 7 Sanskrit textbook. In this, let us look at the third lesson, Tritiyaha Pathaha Svaavalambanam. The meaning of the title is self-reliance. We now look at the lesson along with an English explanation. Before we go into the lesson, a short introduction. This is a story about two friends. One of them is quite rich and has all comforts in his house, and there are a number of servants to do all the household chores. He is dependent on these servants for even the smallest tasks. The other friend is not rich, has only his 2 feet, his 2 hands, his 2 eyes, and his 2 ears as his servants. He is not dependent on any external servant for his household chores. Who is better among the two? This is the question. Find out in this particular story. We will go to the story. Krishnamurtihi Shrikanthascha Mitre Astam. Shrikanthascha is Shrikanthaha plus cha. Krishnamurti and Shrikantha were two friends. Shrikanthasya pita samruddhaha asit. Shrikantha's father was rich. Ataha tasya bhavane. Therefore, in his mansion, sarva vidhani sukha sadhanani asan. There were all types of useful and comfortable items, comfortable things like gadgets and things like that. Tasmin vishale bhavane. In his huge mansion, chatvarimshat stambhaha asan. There were 40 pillars. Chatvarimshat is 40. Tasya ashtadasha prakostheshu. In his 18 rooms, ashtadasha is 18, panchashat gavakshaha. There were 50 windows. Panchashat is 50. Chatushchatvarimshat dvarani. 44 doors. Chatushchatvarimshat is 44. Shat trimshat vidyut vyajanani. 36 electric fans. Shat trimshat is 36. Electric fans cha asan were there. Tatra dasha sevakaha. There were 10 servants. Nirantaram karyam kurvanti sma. Always engaged in work. Param Krishnamurtehe mata pita cha nirdhanau krishaka dampati. However, Krishnamurti's father and mother were a poor farmer couple. Tasya graham adambara vihinam sadharanam cha asid. Sadharanam plus cha is sadharanam cha. His house, that is Krishnamurti's house, was without external show and was ordinary. Sadharana is ordinary. Sadharanam is ordinary. We go next further. Ekada, once, Shrikanthaha tena saha. Shrikantha along with him, which is Krishnamurti, pratah navavadane. At morning 9 o'clock, which is 9 a.m., tasya graham agachat, came to his or Krishnamurti's house. Tatra, there, Krishnamurtihi tasya mata pita cha svashaktya Shrikanthasya atithyam akurvan. Krishnamurti, along with his father and mother, provided hospitality to Shrikantha by their own effort. Svashaktya, by their own effort. No servants. That's what is the meaning. Etat drishtva, on saying this, Shrikantha akathayat. Shrikantha said, Mitra, aham bhavatam satkarena santushtosmi. Santushtaha plus asmi, santushtosmi. O friend, I am delighted with your hospitality. Santushtaha, I am delighted. Kevalam idameva. Idam plus eva, idameva. Idameva mama dukkham. This is my only shortcoming or sorrow, grief. Yat, that tava grihe ekopi bhrityah nasti. Ekaha plus api, ekopi. That you do not have even one servant at your home. There is not even one servant in your house. We go further. Mama satkaraya bhavatam bahu kashtam jatam. You must have had much difficulty in providing me hospitality. Mama grihe tu bahavaha karmakaraha santi. However, grihe tu means however, there are many servants in my home, in my house. Tada Krishnamurtihi avadat. Then Krishnamurti said, Mitra, O friend, mamapi, mama plus api, mamapi ashtau karmakaraha santi. I have also got 8 servants. Techa dvau padau. They are my 2 feet. Dvau hastau. 2 hands. Dve netre. 2 eyes. Dve shrotre iti. And 2 ears. So 8 servants. They are 2 feet, 2 hands, 2 eyes and 2 ears. Next we go. Ete pratikshanam mama sahayakaha. They are my servants at every moment. Kintu, however, tava bhrityaha sadaiva. Sada plus eva is sadaiva. Sadaiva sarvatra cha upasthitaha bhavitum na shaknuvanti. But it is not possible for your servants to be always available everywhere. Sadaiva at all times and at all places. Always means at all times and everywhere means at all places. Tvam swakaryaya bhritya adhinaha. You are dependent on servants for your own work. Swakaryaya, for your own work, you are dependent on servants. Yada yada te anupasthitaha. Whenever they are not available, tada tada, at those times, tvam kashtam anubhavasi. You will experience difficulty. Svaavalambanam tu, in independence, sarvada sukhameva. There is always happiness indeed. Na kadapi kashtam bhavati. Sukhameva is sukham plus eva. Kadapi is kada plus api. There is no difficulty at any time. You will in independence, there is indeed happiness always. Na kadapi kashtam bhavati. There is no difficulty at any time. Shrikantha avadat. Shrikantha said, Mitra, O friend, tava vachanani shrutva. On listening to your words, mama manasi mahati prasannata jata. I feel very much delighted in my mind. Adhuna, now, ahamapi, aham plus api, ahamapi svakaryani swayameva. Swayam plus eva, swayameva kartum ichhami. I too would like to do my tasks myself. Bhavatu, all right. Sardha dvadashavadanam idam. Sardha dvadashavadanam plus idam is sardha dvadashavadanam idam. It is now 12:30 p.m. Sampratam griham chalami. Now I will go home. So this completes the story of Shrikantha and Krishnamurti. There are some notes in this particular chapter which we need to know and understand. That is what we will cover next. First, we have to learn about numbers in Sanskrit language. Let us look at the numbers one by one. Ekam is 1, Dve is 2, Trini is 3, Chatvari is 4, Pancha is 5, Shat is 6, Sapta is 7, Ashta is 8, Nava is 9, Dasha is 10, Ekadasha is 11, Dvadasha is 12, Trayodasha is 13, Chaturdasha is 14, Panchadasha is 15. Next, 16 is Shodasha, 17 is Saptadasha, 18 is Ashtadasha, 19 is Navadasha, 20 is Vimshatihi, 21 is Ekavimshatihi, 22 is Dvavimshatihi, 23 is Trayovimshatihi, 24 is Chaturvimshatihi, 25 Panchavimshatihi, 26 Shadvimshatihi, 27 Saptavimshatihi, 28 Ashtavimshatihi, 29 Navavimshatihi, 30 Trimshat, 31 Ekatrimshat, 32 Dvatrimshat, 33 Trayastrimshat, 34 Chatustrimshat, 35 Panchatrimshat, 36 Shatrimshat, 37 Saptatrimshat, 38 Ashtatrimshat, 39 Navatrimshat, 40 Chatvarimshat, 41 Ekachatvarimshat, 42 Dvichatvarimshat, 43 Trichatvarimshat, 44 Chatuschatvarimshat, 45 Panchachatvarimshat, 46 Shatchatvarimshat, 47 Saptachatvarimshat, 48 Ashtachatvarimshat, 49 Navachatvarimshat, 50 Panchashat, 51 Ekapanchashat, 52 Dvipanchashat, 53 Tripanchashat, 54 Chatushpanchashat, 55 Panchapanchashat, 56 Shatpanchashat, 57 Saptapanchashat, 58 Ashtapanchashat, 59 Navapanchashat, and 60 Shashti. We have seen numbers from 1 to 60. Now we will go to the next set of a few numbers we will see here and there. 70 is Saptatihi, 80 is Ashitihi, 90 is Navatihi, 100 is Shatam. There are some alternative words also. For example, for 19 we saw it is Navadasha. We also tell it as Ekona Vimshatihi. For 29 it is Navavimshatihi. We also tell it as Ekona Trimshat. 39 is Navatrimshat. We also tell it as Ekona Chatvarimshat. 49 is Navachatvarimshat. It is also told as Ekona Panchashat. 59 is Navapanchashat. It is also told as Ekona Shashtihi. So these are some numbers which we need to know, because this chapter has lot of numbers inside it. I thought it is better if we get introduced to some numbers in Sanskrit from 1 to 60 and 70, 80, 90, 100 and alternative numbers for these numbers. So it is better that you memorize these numbers by looking at the table here. We go further. We also need to know about time, how time is mentioned in Sanskrit language. 1 o'clock is told as Ekavadanam, 2 o'clock is Dvivadanam, 3 o'clock is Trivadanam, 4 o'clock is Chaturvadanam, 5 o'clock is Panchavadanam, 6 o'clock is Shadvadanam, 7 o'clock is Saptavadanam, 8 o'clock is Ashtavadanam, 9 o'clock Navavadanam, 10 o'clock Dashavadanam, 11 o'clock Ekadashavadanam, 12 o'clock Dvadashavadanam. Now we will see some other special times like 15, 30 and 45, means quarter hour, half hour and 3/4 of an hour. For example, if you have the needle at 4 o'clock, means it's past 4 o'clock, it's 4:15. If the time is 4:15, it is told as Sapada Chaturvadanam. Pada is 1/4. Sapada means along with 1/4 of an hour. chaturvadanam. If it was 3:15, sapada trivadanam, like that. If it was 8:15, sapada ashtavadanam, like that. It is 4:15 is told as sapada chaturvadanam. How is 4:30 told as sardha chaturvadanam? Ardha means half. Sa ardha, along with half. 4 o'clock means 4:30 is what it means. Sardha chaturvadanam. Next 4:45 is padona panchavadanam. You take the next hour which is supposed to come and subtract 15 minutes. So you get subtract a pada, which is 1/4 of an hour. It is called padona panchavadanam. Sapada chaturvadanam, sardha chaturvadanam, and padona panchavadanam. This is how we measure time. We reckon, we tell time, we mention time in the Sanskrit language. You can replace this 4 o'clock needle by any other time by replacing it with this, whatever is told in this column here. Sapada chaturvadanam, sardha chaturvadanam, and padona panchavadanam. This is how we mention 4:15, 4:30 and 4:45 respectively. Now we also need to know certain other things. Prataha is told as morning, Sayam is evening, Purvahnaha is forenoon, Aparahnaha is afternoon. Then Suprabhatam means good morning, Shubha Dinam is good day, Shubha Sayam is good evening, Shubha Ratri is good night. So you need to remember these, how we measure, how we tell time, mention time in the Sanskrit language. We may know it in our own language and in English, but how it is told in Sanskrit is mentioned in brief in this particular slide. You can use it as a reference. Now there is one more thing in this particular chapter which is told, according to the Indian calendar, there are 12 months or masas and 6 seasons or ritus. So these masas and ritus are told in this particular slide. Chaitra, Vaishakha, Jyeshtha, Ashadha, Shravana, Bhadrapada, Ashvina, Kartika, Margashirsha, Pausha, Magha, Phalguna. These are the 12 months. Chaitraha, Vaishakhaha, Jyeshthaha, Ashadhaha, Shravanaha, Bhadrapadaha, Ashvinaha, Kartikaha, Margashirshaha, Paushaha, Maghaha, Phalgunaha. The ritus are Vasantaha, Grishmaha, Varsha, Sharad, Hemantaha, Shishiraha. Now Chaitra and Vaishakha form Vasanta Ratu, Jyeshtha and Ashada form Grishma Ratu, Shravana and Bhadrapada form Varsha, Ashvinaha and Kartikaha form Sharad Ratu, Margashirshaha and Paushaha form Hemanta, Maghaha, Phalgunaha, Shishira. So these names of the 12 months and their corresponding ritus you need to memorize. The learning in this particular lesson is that be self-reliant, do your own tasks yourself, do not depend on external servants. This brings me, you can download the printable version of these slides at the link given in the description below. This brings me to the end of this particular video. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share. See you in the next video with the exercises of this particular lesson. YouTube Amarabharati Samskrita Shubham Bhuyat Mangalamastu Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.